guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time clicking to watch any of my videos, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch this video. So today I am doing a review. Well, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Fenty Beauty The Cure release. So before we start this video, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Just remember to share this video with your friends so they can also come back and join my family. You know that Fenty Beauty extended their foundation shade range, and they also included new concealers, I guess creamy concealers, and they also released setting powders. So right now you can actually have a full face of Fenty. They have primers, they have foundations, they have eyeshadows, they have eyeshadow primer, and they have setting powders. So right now you can literally do an entire face full of Fenty. Also, I picked up the new $4.95 foundation. I'm going to try it and see if this will be a better match for me compared to $4.80 or $4.90. Okay guys, so I just brought you guys in a bit closer so you can see the skin and what we're going to be doing with it. So I'm going to prime my skin with the TooFaced Hangover primer. I like using this primer for, you know, anytime I'm going to use a very matte foundation. And from what I've heard, this foundation is really super matte. I know I used Fenty once or twice, but not. Okay, so my face is primed. I am gonna go ahead. So this is my initial Fenty, the first shade that I picked up. This is the Fenty Beauty 480, and 480 is, you know, for deep skin with cool undertone. I've swatched this foundation for you to see before it comes out a little too red on me. I want to spread it out over here for you to see, but it just doesn't. Okay, I'll do it here. It's too red on my skin tone for some very odd reason. Okay, so when the foundations launched, I went on Sephora.com and I used the shade finder. I put in that TooFaced Truffle was my match. So I put that into the shade finder, and it suggested that I tried Fenty 495. So I picked up 495, and I'm going to swatch that on the other side of my neck. Okay, so 495 is described as a very deep with neutral undertone, and you know, like next to 480, you can see that it's like a deeper shade of red compared to 495. 480. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this off my neck, and I'm going to try 495 on my face. Okay, I'm gonna try 495 on my face. I swatched it on this side of my face when I was in the store, and it looked like it came out looking good. So I'm just gonna try it and see if it works. I mean, it looks like it would match. And I do like a full coverage look, so that's why I put a lot on my face, because I do want it to be super full coverage. Like, in wearing these foundations, I feel like if they were a little bit yellow, like just a little bit, instead of being so warm, at least on my skin tone, I feel like if it wasn't so warm, it would match better. Like, it's pulling red from what you can see. So I'm just gonna move on to the Pro Filter the Instant Retouch Concealers. Now for the concealers, I got 4 concealers to try out and show you guys. These are the concealer swatches on the back of my hand. This is $4.98. This is $4.95. This is $4.90. This is $4.80. This is $4.70, and this is $4.60. This is what they look like on, you know, under my lights inside in the studio. So I'm gonna go ahead and conceal my face. First, let me swatch $4.95 for you. Okay, so this is $4.95 foundation, and this is $4.95 concealer. I feel like they are very close together. They're not exact same shade, but Fenty doesn't want you to have an overly highlighted under eye, okay? They just want you to look as natural and blended as possible, okay? So I got $4.90. I don't think $4.90 will be a good highlight for me, but I'm gonna try it anyway so you guys can see. I misspoke. I thought 490 wouldn't be it, but 490 is actually really nice. It has a new concealer smell. Okay, so I feel like this is too, I want to say too closely matched to my face. So my plan was actually to use 480. So I'm gonna blend 480 in just to highlight a little bit more. But I feel like on a regular day, this is not a bad blend. But this 490, so 495 foundation and 490 concealer is, to me, I feel like a better match compared to 495 foundation and 495 concealer, because I feel like the concealers are too close together. I know they don't want you to look overly highlighted, which is why they set it up the way they set it up, but I feel like they should have just let people pick whatever concealer fits their, their makeup routine. If you're going to work, then, this blend would be good. I think 495 foundation and 490 concealer work better together. And this is what you get with that blend. So I'm going to use 480 concealer under my eyes right now. And it's going to make sure that this indent I have over here is not showing so much. It's very, very, very creamy. It's a thick cream. It almost kind of reminds me of the TooFaced concealer. So that's not bad. So this is 480, and 480 definitely gives me more of a highlight than 490 does. A little bit goes a long way because I feel like I just put too much of this on my face. What do you guys think of this? Using 495 foundation and 490 concealer first, because 490, I feel like 490 concealer is the perfect match to 495 foundation if you don't want like a superly highlighted under eye. So right now we're going to take a look at the setting powders, and these are the instant retouch setting powders. I picked up the last two shades because I feel like anything lighter than that would just be too light for us. So this is the shade Coffee, and this is the shade Nutmeg. This is what both of them look like. I'm going to use my Sigma F37 brush, and if you're new to my channel, any brush that looks like F37 that's easy and movable is what I love to set my under eyes with. So I'm just going to lightly touch that. I really don't want to use this powder. I don't know how it's gonna come out. I'm just a little bit scared. This is Nutmeg, okay, and this is Coffee, if you need to compare it to any of the Ben Nye powders. So this is Nutmeg and this is Coffee. It's like a few shades lighter than Coffee. This is Dark Cocoa and this is Coffee. It has like a slight grayish tone to it. I don't know if it's a cool powder or what, but I really didn't think this powder will look good, but it doesn't look bad. I'm so glad I picked up both powders instead of just because initially I picked up only Nutmeg, and I thought Nutmeg would be it, but so the matte you see over there is the powder, and it's not crazy looking. So it looks like our perfect powder is cocoa, not Nutmeg. Okay, so once again, for workday, I feel like Coffee would be it. It doesn't look bad. I'm gonna take a picture right now and see what the flashback would look like. Okay, it does not look bad. I am not upset with it. I didn't think I was gonna like this powder at all. I didn't think that Coffee was gonna be the powder that worked for us. I thought Nutmeg was gonna be the powder that works for us because, I mean, why not? I have a Nutmeg I love, so I'm just surprised. But this is what Nutmeg looks like with the Ben Nye Nutmeg. Oh, I see. The Ben Nye Nutmeg is darker than the Fenty Nutmeg, so then it wouldn't have worked at all. But yeah, this is it. So my impressions about the foundation, the shade 495. So if you're out there and your skin tone is as my face but it's not golden, then I feel like 495 will work for you. But for me, it wasn't an exact match because, you know, it was a little bit red. I feel like if I had a chance to add some yellow to it, it would be perfect for me. The one thing that shocked me about the concealers is that the bottle of the concealers is smaller than I thought that it would be. I thought this would be bigger. In all honesty, I thought it was bigger, but it's not. Um, it is 0.27 fluid ounces. It's not as big as I thought it would be. Yeah, and the shades don't run deep enough for somebody like me to be able to contour with. So as always, I look over to KoyVoca and get my contouring products from. But yeah, the concealer, it's very creamy. It spreads easily. The downside, or the thing that may throw you off, if you're somebody like me who's used to mattifying concealers, that I feel like this concealer will throw you off because it does not set itself. You have to set it with a powder. So with that being said, if you use it under your eyes, you have to make sure that you set it as soon as possible. If not, it is going to probably move on you. But you know, it, like, as you can see, whenever I applied it, it looked kind of greasy, it looked kind of shiny. But as soon as I set it, it just settled down and, you know, it ended up looking good. It's because the concealer does not self-set like, you know, the TooFaced concealer or the Colourpop concealer or the NYX concealer that I like using so much. Yeah, the powders. Now, the powders really, really shocked me. I didn't think that the shade Coffee would work, but Coffee worked perfectly for us. I feel like Nutmeg would be too bright for us to use unless we're using foundation and concealer that is lighter than what we used today. But with that being said, Nutmeg in the Fenty shade is still lighter compared to Nutmeg in the benign shade that I like using. So like for me personally, I don't think the Nutmeg would be a good powder for somebody with my skin tone to use because it will end up being too brightening for you. So the way that Fenty has the foundation and the concealer set up, I don't think that it works. I think that if you are, let's say you're shade 495 like I used today, if you use a 495 concealer, it will not do anything for you. I feel like if you use the shade 490 concealer, the 490 concealer will look better and give you like a slight highlight without it being too bright. I feel like using, you know, the concealer and the exact concealer and the exact foundation, I don't think it's a good, it's a no-go. It looks too similar to the foundation for it to work. And I feel like it won't give you like a brightening eye effect if, you know, if that's what you're going for. It's not gonna work. So yeah, but yeah, that's it from me, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much for watching this video. If you've watched this far, then please make sure to thumbs up this video. Also make sure that you share my videos with your friends so they can see the Fenty review and also see me and come and join my family. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.